Hi, welcome back to another one of my channel. Yes, I'm back. I think from today's video and going on forward, as and when I do updates in Japan, I want to put it from a perspective of a Singaporean because after all, I was born and raised in Singapore and moving here to Japan and been here for the past about 20 years. Most of my perspective will be from Singapore's perspective. I can speak for the other nationalities, but yeah, for me, coming from Singapore, yeah, this is how I will be doing my videos going forward, the Singaporean in Japan. So yeah, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new to my channel, you might want to consider subscribing. Me as a Singaporean here in Japan in the countryside, I give some, thoughts and feedback and news on what's going on in Japan recently. So yeah, this in August. Every in August, we have a very long summer holidays here in Japan. Just did a bit of research coming in from the as a Singaporean. I kind of did a comparison. Japan has more national holidays than Singapore. I think in Singapore, you get 11 days of national holidays in the whole year, but in Japan, I think there's a lot more holidays than just 11 days, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so here in summer, every year in summer, the longest holiday in Japan is usually the Obon holidays. It can be anywhere from a week to 2 weeks in Japan is usually it's in August. Obon basically is the period where the folks in Japan will go back to their where their families, their jikar, their parents' house. Maybe they are not in Tokyo, but in other prefectures, and then it's the event where everyone goes to their ancestral grave and clean up the grave and pay respects, and the young children go visit their grandfather and grandmothers, their grandparents, which are usually, they are within other parts of Japan, not only just a central location. And other than that, a lot of Japanese, because of the long holidays, they take this period of time to travel out and go for holidays and whatnot. Yeah. It's basically the longest holiday in Japan. So for working adults like me and my family, my wife and everyone I know, it really depends on the company. So some companies allows you to take a very long holidays, but some companies, even like a service line and whatnot, you may have to work during Obon, because this way. The most people, the most clients will be depending on which kind of sector you work in. Like if you're working in a service industry, like hotels, management of the summer houses, yeah, that's where the owners, that's where a lot of customers will come. So if you're working in that related field, you might have to work not maybe you have to work like some days, but not the full length of the Obon holiday. So yeah, that's just how it is in Japan. So this year in 2025 we got like 9 days, and I personally got 9 days of holidays because my wife's working, so I gotta take some time off to take care of the kids because yeah, it's just the two of us, me and her and the kids here. So it's not like Singapore. It's very small. It's a very compact country. It's probably smaller than the 23 sector of Tokyo. So doesn't matter where you live in Singapore. It's so small. You can take a train, you can take a cab, you can drive. You will always reach some part of Singapore, like where your father and your mother, your grandparents will be. It's within traveling distance. But in Japan, it's very different because yeah, it's a relatively big country compared to Singapore. But yeah, sometimes if your in-laws or are living in other prefectures, maybe 2-3 hour drive is like the bare minimum. Maybe even shorter if you're within the same area. But usually, yeah, you gotta travel to other prefectures. It takes a little bit of time, and it costs quite a bit of money to travel domestically within Japan because in Obon, where everyone travels, usually everywhere is crowded. The roads will be crowded. The highways will have a lot of jams, and everywhere the prices just will be more expensive than compared to the off season. So yeah, even domestically within Japan, when we travel during Obon, everywhere is very, very crowded and expensive. And where I am here in Kurizawa in Nagano Prefecture, it's basically a very small resort town. Other than these peak periods, usually there will not be a lot of people. Like Kurizawa is famous for the summer houses, and the summer, not the summer house, yeah, I said that. Summer houses is very famous for the lush greenery. It's very famous for having cool weather because it's 1,000 meters above sea level, and it's within like you know, a short distance from Tokyo. It's about 200 odd kilometers from Tokyo. So if you take the Shinkansen, it's about 1 hour 15 minutes to get to from Tokyo to Karizawa. And if you drive, it's usually about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But you know, if you drive really fast, you can probably get here in like 1.5 hours. But during the Obon time, a lot of these owners of the summer houses will come over and just spend like 2 weeks to escape the heat in downtown Tokyo. It's like anywhere between like 35 to maybe like 39 degrees. It's so hot, and they spend a lot of money to buy a very, very nice summer house up here in the hills and the forests and the lush greenery. So before they come over, they will usually contact the management company to clear the, you know, any like unwanted pests like beehives and rodents and whatnot, and make sure their house has running electricity and water, so when they come over they can just chill in their place here, you know, summer house here to escape. Yeah, where everywhere is crowded, and then they go down to a local supermarket and buy like maybe, I don't know, a few weeks worth of food and a party and hang out in the place, hang out in Karizawa. That's what most people with summer houses in Karizawa will do, you know. But before coronavirus, Karizawa used to be a place where you cannot speculate on the land prices, because the little government, the mayor and everything, the people that protects Karizawa prevent this you know, price speculation for a very long time. So during the late 70s to the 80s, there was a ski boom in Japan, and everywhere around here where there are ski resorts, people start building like beautiful houses. And because Karizawa was so strict and you know, in the way they control the region, they don't allow people to build fanciful houses and everything. So after the ski boom 90s was over, everywhere around beside Karizawa, like in Kita Karizawa, which is basically not Karizawa but in Gunma prefecture, there are a lot of like you know, abandoned homes and whatnot, you know, like old houses that yeah, because of the lack of regulation. But because Karizawa, they control it so well that they don't allow people to build like you know, fanciful houses and whatnot. There are just so many barriers to entry. The land prices kind of stayed like you know, like pretty much the same from, you know, the late ski boom to the like 2000s and whatnot. But because of coronavirus, a lot of people started to, you know, come over to Karizawa in the countryside. I mean, it's only 1 hour, like 20 minutes from Tokyo. So a lot of people who don't need to go to the office started buying up land and building houses here. And a lot of developers know the trend, so they buy up empty lands and build houses and sell, you know. So because of coronavirus, within the 5 years of the coronavirus, the land prices and the cost of materials, the companies that built houses here, the construction companies, everything just went up by 3 to 5%. So the land prices, yeah, definitely went up a lot. So you know, besides there's the Shinkansen that you can just ride to Karizawa and you know, to get to your anywhere in Karizawa. It's a very, very, very nice place to be in, besides the cool weather. So yeah, so it's pretty expensive these days. Yeah, so if you pay so much for summer house here, you might as well use it, and you know, in the summer. So that's a little backstory about Karizawa. Yeah, so so today's video, I'm just going on forward. In the news that I saw this week, the Osaka Banpaku, the expo in Osaka in 2025, there were a lot of people visiting it. I wanted to visit it because I thought it was pretty cool, but it's pretty far, and you know, me and my wife don't really get a lot of like, our off days do not coincide. I have to work where she has leave, like leave and everything, you know, she's on leave, and when she's working I get my, you know, holiday. So it's kind of hard. And with the kids in like elementary school, you know, we gotta compensate, we gotta accommodate our like off days according to his holidays. So it's kind of hard to get everybody to go, you know, get the proper, like, decent holidays together. So it's kind of hard. But yeah, the Osaka Banpaku, this week in the news, apparently there were like 30,000 people who attended the Osaka Banpaku, and there was only one train that brings people from Osaka city to the Banpaku and back. There's only one train, yeah, one train, and that particular train happened to stop functioning due to some kind of like error or like tracks. There was something wrong with the electrical system or the track. It was in the news, and 30,000 people were stuck in the Banpaku with nowhere to go. So at the end of the day, they get everybody to go back to the event site, and then they distribute like water, and like 30,000 people, most of them spend a night at the event, and then they probably went back home the next day when the train was functioning again. So that kind of got me thinking that other than natural disasters, when you're traveling to like events like that, usually I think it'll be like advisable to bring some kind of like I don't know, like not really like a bed or like a cot or anything, but just in case things like that would happen in the future, you got to be prepared, like future proof yourself, so it got me thinking, like if I were to visit like events like that, in hindsight, naturally I would not be bringing a bed or like a portable tent or something, but and it's right in that smack in the middle of summer. It's so hot, like in the Bambaku in Osaka and everything. I think it's probably like 37 degrees, humidity is probably like, I don't know, it's near the sea, maybe 85, 87, so it's hot and it's really humid. And if you're stuck at a place like that with like 30,000 people, with no place to go, no food, no place to sleep, it kind of sucks. Yeah, it's really bad. But it is what it is, when life gives you lemons, you just make a lemonade out of it and move forward. There's nothing much you can do, so I was thinking, I have this mystery ranch, like what is that, a nice frame. It's basically my carrying system for very, very like heavy duty equipment and whatnot, and I pair it with this mystery ranch mule, a hunting bag. I can usually swap that out with like a load pen or something. Like with a backpack like that, I'd probably be able to carry a lot of stuff in it, but I don't want to look like like a weird hiker going to an event where it's filled with people, and then you gotta carry this heavy backpack and try to move your way around a crowd. And firstly, you're out of place. Secondly, you're causing inconvenience to everyone around you. And then third, you're gonna sweat so bad that you're gonna smell so bad, and you're probably gonna be not very happy with yourself. But I think if I were to visit an event like that, whether I'm alone or with my family, I would definitely want to carry a backpack like something like that. And then maybe not a bed, but like a Helinox portable, a chair, tactical chair or something where I can just deploy it out on the fly, and rest for a while under the shade, hydrate myself with water and snacks and whatnot, and maybe a towel, a change of clothes, because I don't live in Osaka, so if I travel to such an event, I definitely have to stay in a hotel somewhere, so I will have spare clothes. So yeah, maybe a set of undergarments, socks, like a t-shirt or something, and water, and maybe you can get those onigiri rice balls from convenience stores and whatnot from Japan. So maybe have some of that in your backpack when you visit events like that. So if things were to go south, like the unfortunate event that happened when the train stopped, you can at least you have some form of comfort, like a chair or something you can rest on. And I don't suppose you will not be bringing a blanket or anything of the sort or a bed, so you gotta sleep on like the whole cold hard concrete ground. Even I think it's not even cold, it's like very hot in the middle of summer. So I'm not sure. I mean, I wasn't involved, and I wasn't one of those folks who got trapped there. But if they open up the event space, I do hope that they on the air conditioner to make everybody cool and everything, so nobody get heat stroke. But from news, 36 people were admitted to the hospital for various, like I don't know, like I don't know, for some reasons they were admitted to the hospital. Out of the 30,000, 36 were brought to the hospital. So it's kind of sad that events like that, something that no one can predict will happen. So yeah, if you're in Japan, usually when you travel to very long, like travel out of your prefecture to somewhere else, like maybe from Tokyo to my place, or for holidays and whatnot, if you're not driving, if you're taking public transport, yeah, it's kind of like you gotta work between the weight and how much you can pack, because most of us are not like super well built and fit, and trained for such certain missions like that. So when we tend to over carry, and you gotta walk around with a giant backpack, the weight is gonna wear you down really fast. And when you're so tired and you're sweaty in the middle of summer, you just don't want to do anything. So yeah, you gotta work on that. But still, I just cannot imagine like people walking around with just. I mean, if you're a local, in Osaka, maybe you can go around, attend the Banpaku without a backpack. I mean, you can get home anytime, but as long as you're traveling out of your own prefecture, your own state, yeah, is usually, at least for me, I want to carry a backpack with my supplies just in case, just in case something happen. And I think whenever I travel, um, without my car, without my family car, without my family, I will usually have my own toiletries. I will have my own shampoo. I'll definitely have my own shampoo. I don't like to use shampoos and conditioner that are available at hotels because, I have what I like. I use what I like. I don't want to use things that I yeah. And I always have my own toothbrush and face wash and toothpaste. I don't like to use anything from the hotels. Towels, towel, face towel, you can use that at hotel. Usually it's not too bad. Japanese hotels are well equipped with all this um, necessities, this towels and whatnot. So I will use that from the hotel. But sometimes, depends on the hotel. If it's you pay like good money for good hotels, the towel will be very soft, very nice. But even for cheaper hotels, like budget hotels, usually they have like good enough towel to dry yourself, but sometimes in the winter maybe a little bit rough on your skin. So yeah, I always have my own toiletries. And I know Japan is very convenient. You can get like a bottled water, like a mineral water, and you can visit any of the convenience stores. They're 24 hours in most of the big cities. But I would tend to bring my own water as well. I don't know why. I just like to bring my own water. You never know, just yeah. But again, if you carry around a 32 odds 1 liter Nalgene bottle, that is weight as well. So you gotta bear that into consideration. So yeah, these are the things that even though I know I can get it anywhere, I would just bring it. Like a portable chair like that, I would want to carry it most of the time with me, but with it's really not on the top of the priority list if I'm traveling with my family, because I gotta put all the other gear into the backpack first and see if I got more space for this, because even a tactical chair like that has weight to it. I don't know, this is not definitely not 1 kilogram for that, but it will add weight. So you got to take into consideration how much you can carry. It's the same for hiking as well. Like in the autumn, I like to go up with my family to take short hiking trails around the mountains. I mean, I live in a mountain area, so why not? So yeah, you gotta consider your weight and how much you can carry, how much you can actually move around with that weight. So yeah, it's always that. You gotta fight the weight thing. So other than that, if I'm traveling with my car, like I'm driving my whole family to the destination where I know I have space in the car, yeah, this it would definitely go into the car. And my, what is that, Halinox fuel office, the bag. This will be in the bag, and tactical table will be in the bag. And I always have the Tat Gear Shack Master blanket. It will permanently be in the field office. Like last week, yeah, I was in Chiba Prefecture with my family, and our everyone, like how many? 4, and we'll go 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 people were. Hold on. 4, that's 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 people. My family, were in the house, and there were like enough sleeping, like a mattress and blankets and whatnot. But I would have brought my own like sleeping gear the next time I know I'm driving to some place where I've got to crash, because you never know if there's just not enough sleeping system. And the Tat Gear Shackmaster fleece blanket is really like a godsend, because even though we're in Chiba Prefecture, it was very like a humid and not really hot, like super hot. Still, at night, it tends to get a little bit warm in the house. So we on the air conditioner, and there weren't enough blankets. They had blankets like winter blankets, which is just too hot. So yeah, I would have used that. Yeah, I actually deployed the Shackmaster fleece blanket. It's really good, but there weren't enough pillows. So yeah, I got a portable pillow recently. So the next time I travel out of my house where I know I'm gonna crash at some place, I just want to be prepared in case there's just not enough of this sleeping stuff. You know, a good night rest is very important. You know, you don't want to wake up in the morning with like a stiff neck or something. So I think the what is that, Snow Peak sleeping bag that I got, like, I don't know, like 15 years ago when I first came to Japan. I would definitely want that in the car. The Shackmaster fleece blanket, I would definitely want it in the car. And the portable pillow that I got recently, I think is by Thermarest. I got it recently because, you know, I always wanted like a portable, compressible like a pillow, because everywhere, sometimes I, you know, go out, I couldn't find the right pillow and I waked up with a stiff neck. So these 3 items are very important every time I leave my house when I get a car, you know, to travel to someplace far. So yeah, that's basically something that I learned along the way. I'm gonna take note of that. So let me know what you guys think, you know, when you travel to different states. I mean, definitely not for folks in Singapore. You don't carry systems like I do, because Singapore is so small. You basically can get home anywhere you are, wherever you go. You can definitely get home. You can grab a cab in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. You can get home. And now, you know, like Singapore, been back. I was back there for, you know, like in June. Being out of Singapore for so many years, I was surprised that a lot of people don't take taxis anymore. You know, I mean, me and my family were like really, really, you know, kind of like, you know, lost in time. We were like waiting for taxis and everyone had their phone and the application and Grab, you know, like Uber. It's just everywhere. It's just so convenient. You call for a car, you know, and the car comes in. You, yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. I live in the middle of nowhere and Nagano in Karisama, so I am out of touch with all this high-tech system in Singapore. I'm sorry, I really felt a little bit embarrassed because touched down at the airport, there were just basically no one queuing for taxis. Everyone had their phones and they were just waiting for their ride to come in and just hop on and go. And we just hop onto any cab. There were so many cabs available, but there were 4 of us and we got suitcases and everything, so the regular cabs couldn't fit 4 of us, and with all the baggage and everything. So in the end, we gotta get a big cab, you know, that could fit everyone and the luggage. So yeah, I'm just out of touch on this. So going back to Singapore was a huge learning experience. So yeah, and in Singapore, don't suppose you guys will have to travel and carry all this unnecessary load. But other than folks from Singapore, anywhere else in the world you are watching my channel, thank you so much for checking out my channel. When you travel to state, you know, you can tell me in the comments, you know, what you guys carry, how you prepare systems, if you're using public transport or if you're using like your own vehicle and whatnot, you know, because here in Japan, yeah, usually that's what I would do, what I would carry. So pretty short video. I'm going forward. I would do a little bit more videos like that, talking about differences between Japan and Singapore. And I think I want to work on this series as well. You know, we're talking about yeah, my perspective of Singapore and here in Japan. Now it's still really, really hot in summer. I hope after this Obon holiday, it will be much cooler, which I know it will, but you know, it really depends. Every year the weather is different. So some years we get really, really hot weather all the way down to like even October where I am. But generally speaking, usually on average, you know, on annual, on like you know, on the average on like you know, what is that? Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, usually after Obon holidays, Karisama will usually be pretty cooling, I would say. Like usually in the early mornings and the night, it will be about 17 to 18. Sometimes it may drop to as low as 15 degrees, and the daytime will be like 22, 23. I hope it stays that way because I can't wait for autumn to come and winter, and I can't wait to, you know, like wear this awesome Stetson hat that I am just so excited to just go out. But I think I get used to this wide, gigantic brim because everywhere in Japan is tiny, it's cramped. So sometimes if I'm not careful, I might nip, you know, the hat on doorways, which is so narrow. But these cowboy hats are usually they were designed for people out in the Wild West where there's nothing touching your head unless you're riding horses through the forest and a branch or twig swipe you on the head. But other than that, here in Japan, yeah, I mean, wide open spaces are okay, but everywhere else in like buildings and whatnot is so tiny and so narrow. I just gotta be careful of this brim, because I definitely know it will like snip a clip, or I will just crash into something, and I have a little dent on the brim of the hat. So I gotta be careful with that. Other than that, yeah, not too bad. Here in Japan, enjoying it so far. And during my free time, I spend most of my time taking care of the kids or doing some like I gotta prepare the firewood for winter, and then when I do have that very, very special my time at night when the kids are asleep, I just like to drink some liquor and play my PlayStation 5. Recently I'm back playing NHL 24. I like ice hockey game, so it's pretty cool. I like to use that to kill time, and I'm really excited to what is that I'm really excited for the new PlayStation 5, a Ghost of Yotei game from Sucker Punch. I played the Ghost of Tsushima and I liked it, but some people don't really like the sequel, Ghost of Yotei. But it's not really a sequel; it's just the second story in lines with the Ghost series, and I can't wait to get it. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Might consider pre-ordering it. I mean, I can get the digital version, but I don't want to clog up the space on the PlayStation 5. Now my son is playing Fortnite, and his Nintendo Switch is just doesn't have enough space for his Fortnite game and all the other games, so I gotta remove some of my games in my PlayStation and put his Fortnite into the PlayStation. So I gotta make space for myself as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Thank you so much for checking out my videos, for staying with me all the way right up to towards the end of the video. Today I'm filming this on a Canon 5D Mark IV with the 50mm prime 1.2 lens. Hope the exposure and everything is good. So yeah, that's it. Take care, and wherever you are, take care, and be kind to animals. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.